HKJC.com is an essential tool in my race day preparation, whether you want
racing news,
horse profile,
Chakra,
Speed Pro,
race replay,
HKJC.com, bringing Hong Kong racing close to you.
It was brief, Graham, but we got a little run in that promo as well.
We did. Very nicely scripted, I must say. And Joe Moreira, when you've got to voice a Jockey Club demo at 9 and be on the turntable at Pasha and Ibiza as a DJ at 10. Fantastic payoff from Joe there.
Absolutely. Multi-talented Joe Moreira. We'll keep moving then into the Sasa Ladies Purse, our feature race on the weekend. We've talked about Exultant. What about last year's winner in Southern Legend? Casper Fownes also has Dances with Dragon, who said has been aimed at this race directly.
Yeah, two real aces in the pack, I think, here. This is a key galloping clue. It has been in the past for this race. Golden 60, way too good for all of them. But in the yellow colours, Southern Legend runs an absolute screamer. He won this race 12 months ago, and towards the right of the picture, staying on strongly for 5th, really strongly. A very strong closing sectional for Dances with Dragon. I think half a length between these two at the line, but have a look at Dances with Dragon, finishing strongly. Extra 200 metres this weekend, lightweight, Keith Young, he's been targeted at the race. Southern Legend is a strong contender, but I do sense that Casper thinks Dances with Dragon might be the stronger member of his duo, and I think he's right.
And it was an extraordinary win for Dances with Dragon over course and distance at the back end of last season, with Southern Legend behind him as well. But Southern Legend is a bit better off at the weight, £8 with him when they meet again on Sunday. What about a horse like Savvy 9, Graham? He looked very progressive for John Moore last season and has run well in defeat, it must be said, behind one of our leading 4-year-olds in Excellent Proposal so far this campaign. Yeah,
he's done that twice. Excellent Proposal clearly ahead of the handicapper. Question is Savvy 9 ahead of the handicapper? He needs to be. Here we see him trialling pretty well. He's banging form. He's a useful horse. The conditions are no problem. But the Hong Kong handicappers think he's earned a rating of 98. And because Exultant heads the parade here, he has to race off a mark of 109. In short, he needs a career best by a good margin. Caris Teeton takes the ride, and he rode Southern Legend last time. That's interesting, but only a clear personal best will do if Savvy 9 is going to shine on Sunday.
And we saw Ho Ho Khan towards the back of that trial as well. Dangerous to write him off, possibly. He's a 3-time course and distance winner.
He is, but I suspect he's at his very best over a slightly longer trip. Both he and Butterfield will be behind Savvy 9 in that Excellent Proposal race. Of the trio, I suspect Savvy 9 might be the one, but 4 or 5 of these are out of the weights to major or minor degrees. All right,
Ho Ho Khan trained by David Hall. Let's go to David Hayes, who's double-handed in the race. He's got Dark Dream and Shafano.
David, 2 runners in the ladies' purse coming up on Sunday. Shafano, were you happy with the way he finished off last time out?
I thought at a mile in that class, you couldn't have asked for a better run by him. He's been trained to peak in December, but it wouldn't surprise me from the awkward gate if he ran a good competitive race. I think it's probably the best start in Hong Kong, the 1800, so Chadwick should be able to get a nice position, and he'll run a good race.
How's he done since then?
I would say improved a little bit.
And you say you're targeting December with him. Specifically, what race have you got in mind for him?
The mile and a half. So he'll probably run the 2000 in 3 weeks and then into the mile and a half.
And what about Dark Dream having his first run for you?
His trial at Happy Valley was excellent. He's a lazy horse, so hard to get a bit of a guide, but off of the trial, I think he'll run okay and he'll get better as it goes on.
He'll jump from barrier 2, Graham. Dark Dream, so he'll get some sort of opportunity. Do you rate either of the Hayes runners?
I think Dark Dream might shine again one day if we get a real deluge before the races. That doesn't happen very often. As regards Shafano, I get the case for him. He's right on the bubble. He is a 109 rated horse, able to race off that mark. But Exultant is rated £20 higher at the moment. If Shafano's going to make a mark in December, he better make a mark this weekend. I suspect 1800 is just on the short side, but I'd certainly have him in my numbers. I thought he ran really well last time, and the slightly longer trip is a plus.
One horse I find quite hard to tip, but I am a fully paid-up member of the fan club, is Time Warp. Now, he won this race, and his other 2 runnings, he's run second, so we can't write him off, but he is all or nothing, basically.
He is the most mercurial, enigmatic Group 1 horse I think I've ever seen over a lengthy period. He can win Group 1 races, as he's shown for several seasons. He can finish tailed off. He's had a short preparation this time, and this trial didn't really knock your eye out as one of a horse who's likely to win a big race. 2-1-2 in this race in the last 3 years. He's got a great record in it, but I don't think his preparation after an injury and a trip to Chung Fa has been quite so smooth as in previous years.
He might be out in front, though, for a fair way with Derek Long in this saddle. Any other horses we need to mention? Fiore, Joe Moreira jumps on board him, and Singapore Sling as well?
Yeah, Fiore is the one I think we should mention for a couple of reasons. Yes, he's 0 from 12 since his Derby win a couple of years ago, but he has got some Group 1 form in and around Exultant at level weights that gives him a good chance. The significant thing, I think, is Joe Moreira jumps aboard for the first time. That can have a galvanising effect. You wouldn't go mad about his reappearance performance, but he is up in trip, and Joe's on for the first time.
So where does the Cunningham cash go? We've got some genuine Group 1 horses, but this is a handicap, which levels it up a little bit.
Yeah, dying to see Exultant, and I'm sure he'll be in the mix. What will the market make of Exultant based on trainer quotes, etc.? But I think the one for Sunday is Dances with Dragon. He's 3-1 down in the last 4 meetings against his stablemate Southern Legend, but the one was a real eye-catching win in that Premier Plate. You touched on it. It was eye-catching again last time. I think everything is perfect for a big run. Good on Keith Young. He's having a really good spell. This is a chance to put his name in lights again on Dances with Dragon.
Yeah, won a big race on Wednesday night as well, Keith, for Douglas. Well, I think Shafano will run a good race as well, but I'm probably with you with Dances with Dragon there. All right, looking ahead to Sunday and beyond as well, the Sasa Ladies Purse is our feature race for race number 8, 4:40 locally. Sha Tin, though, again Wednesday night for an all-weather meeting as Happy Valley takes a break, because we're heading down to the city on Sunday for our one and only day meeting there at Happy Valley throughout the season, but it's always a good one. So Sunday the 8th, we're back at Happy Valley there. Right, we're going to talk about HKIR now, and if you want to get a head start on that, then head to the website and you'll find a campaign site as well within the main site itself, which will get you up to speed with all the news. There's videos, different events are coming up. Of course, we've got Jockey Club Day coming up at the end of November, so that is the final major domestic trials. And the final pieces of the local puzzle will probably fall into place there. So that's all available on the website. But of course, speaking of the races themselves, Graham, the free entries have closed. Lots of big names on there. But who do we think realistically might be coming?
Impossible to say at the moment. 61 Group 1 winners entered, which is encouraging. But I think even in a normal year, the plot of this particular whodunit only really unravels in the last couple of weeks before the races themselves. This is no normal year. This is a pandemic year, so anyone's guess as to exactly what nature of fields we'll have, but there is scope for pleasant surprises from Japan, from Europe, etc. So let's hope that horses like Magical can shine at the Breeders' Cup and maybe come on here, just like Highland Reel did. Almond Eye and some very good Japanese horses do battle in the Tenno Show Autumn this weekend. The stars are all entered. What we need now is for them to shine in the next few weeks and then roll on to Hong Kong in December.
Absolutely. I've heard positive reports about Armory, runner-up in the Cox Plate, possibly heading in this direction as well after one more start in Australia. Of the local side of things, of course, we're excited to have Classic Legend now be running under the Hong Kong banner for Casper Founds in the sprint. And Beauty Generation maybe surprised a few with an entry into the 1200-metre Group 1 as well. Yeah,
that is a surprise. I'd be really shocked if he took up that entry. Golden 60 is clearly the poster boy of the mile division at the moment. But we're going to get a chance to see all the Hong Kong stars again on that trials day. It's always a hugely informative day. So mid-November, series of big Group 2s. We'll see Golden 60, we'll see Exultant, we'll see all the top Hong Kong horses. And by the time those trials are done and dusted, we'll start to get a clear idea of how those 4 big Group runs all shake up.
Just on Golden 60 as well, what's your gut feel about which way they'll go? The mile would seem to be the obvious target at this stage.
Yeah, I'd be staggered if they went in any other direction. They do have the option to go up to 2,000 metres, and we know he stays that distance because of the Derby. But I think he's been trained with the mile very much in mind. It looks like he might have Beauty Generation's number at the moment. But last year's mile winner, Admire Mars, is entered. Lots of cards to play, but at the moment, Golden 60 looks one of the aces in the Hong Kong pack.
All right, excellent stuff. Thanks as always, Graham, and enjoy the action on Sunday.
Thanks, Andrew.
All right, we're going to leave you this week with Exultant, going back to his Vars win of 2018. As it turned out, it was a pretty special race as well, with Lise Gracieux went on to win a Cox Plate and Volgeist went on to win an Arc as well. So enjoy this. We'll see you again on Sunday, bringing all the action from Hong Kong direct to you.
They've gone to the 900 metres, and Crocosmia's had a soft run in the Vars. Leads by 3/4 to Exultant. Ribbon stalking third. Azura's had a lovely run. Pakistan Star. Salawan creeping closer as the speed starts to lift, and then Redbird and Rostropovich. Volgeist is locked in on the rail. He's going to need some luck and some room to move. Latrobe next. Then came Lise Gracieux. She's peeling to the outside and starting to wind up as they approach the bend. Mirage Dancer onto her back, and then Eagle Way. A Prince of Arran. Crocosmia cornered in front from Exultant. There's naught between them. Azura, Salawan, Ribbon. Here comes Lise Gracieux. Pakistan Star. Then Rostropovich further back to Eagle Way. Latrobe. Followed then by Prince of Arran. Lise Gracieux raced up to Exultant. It's Exultant and Lise Gracieux. Clear from Azura. Then Pakistan Star and Eagle Way. Exultant and Lise Gracieux, a real cliffhanger in the Vars. Exultant fights back and wins for Hong Kong.